We got to get rid of this little black thing here. Happy Friday, everybody. It is a good day to be alive. It is a beautiful day here in the New York area. The sun is just shining. It's like 70. There is no humidity. It's as good and close to perfect as I can get. So I'm happy about that. Today I have an artist with us for our musical guest, Mr. Kayden Gordon. He'll be with us. He's a singer-songwriter and more of a songwriter, as I can tell, but we'll ask him and find out what he's all about. And today, one of our friends and guests on the show, sadly, has passed away. Kinky Friedman did pass away today, or last night, excuse me. He's survived by his sister, and I'm not sure of his grandkids. I don't think he had any kids, excuse me, or none that he's claiming anyway. No, I really don't know, so I don't want to speculate. Kinky was a hell of a guy and one of my friends. And before this set's over, I'm going to play a little bit of his music, and I hope you like it. Kinky was one of a kind, one of the funniest people I've ever met. He was an author, a novelist, and just plain one of the funniest guys who's ever lived. And I say that, put my hair behind my ears. I'm really due for a haircut. Anyhow, I'm going to review really quickly the news. I will play some Kinky, and then we're going to bring Kayden on. We're going to talk about his songwriting. He's written for some other people. I've noticed he had some singers, two different singers on the product, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Okay, so today on the news, we have White House spins worst performance in history. Joe has a cold. Okay, blah, blah, blah. China mocks, very entertaining, lovely. And now we have deadly tiger mosquitoes found in Spain at vacation hotspots. So if you're going to Spain, watch out, bring your stuff. I prefer the electrified tennis racket. You can kill the little bastards. That'll take care of them. So New York City is going to ban phones in classrooms amid daily fears for fully addicted children. You wait and see that. You think there's fights on the internet now when they try and grab these phones from some 16-year-old psycho? That's not going to end well, people. Let's see. The ultimate status symbol, if you need that type of thing in your life and you have small hands and small feet, it's a $300,000 souped-up Land Rover Defender. Warts and all, it says. I'm not going to even bother reading it. It's out of my price range, so I could care less. Ignore the critics. Costner's 3-hour Western is a must-watch, they're saying. Long, unhurried scenes. Here's the deal with this movie. I'm inclined to go see it at the theater, and I'll tell you why. If everybody in the critics group says it sucks, it's probably pretty good, and it most likely, yes, I agree, Rick. Thank you. Rest in peace to our friend Kinky. But the thing about Costner's thing, while they're saying it's a gamble, he took a bunch of his own money to put this together. And he's not a really stupid guy. In fact, for being an actor, he's remarkably smart. And, he's a pretty good human being. I think it'll be good. So I'm going to check it out. I'll let you know what I think. If it's dog, it's dog. If it's great, it's great. And we'll see. It's 3 hours long. It's not in one sitting. Oh, no, it is. It's a theater. Wow. That could be a challenge. Hey, Susan, how are you? And Rick Davis, you're both here. Happy Friday. I hope you guys have a great weekend coming up. Shabbat Shalom for any of you who celebrate. And I hope you all have a very nice weekend. Here's the new thing. The hot new AI Jesus is huge on Facebook. I talked about this morning. It's a little weird now out there, but it came in through the Microsoft network. This is in the Atlantic, and this is one of the reasons why that's why I stopped the subscription. The latest app, this is some ridiculous stuff. Jesus is punching the devil on Facebook. The two are in a boxing ring, and Jesus is wearing a pair of white boxing shorts with his name embroidered on the waistband. He is rippled beyond belief. Not only does he have six-pack abs, but every muscle in his body is bulging. He's hitting the devil right on the chin. A knockout blow. Nunca te arrepentirás darle me gusta a esta foto. You will never regret liking this photo. And people are buying this thing. It has 600,000 likes. Now I need some action like that. That is definitely 600,000 likes. So if you're out there and you want to give us 600,000 likes for me and Kayden and for whoever else we have drag in here afterwards, Uh, do it up. We'd love to have you. Apparently, Jesus or Jesus Leto, he looks like Jared Leto. So all you ladies, I'm sure, will love that. Um, any rate, that's the weird story of the day, or the weirdest thing I've come across yet. I'm going to get out of here because Microsoft's news thing is just suspect always. Here's one for any of you who have anybody in your neighborhood with schizophrenia. You know, you're never alone with a schizophrenia. And what we have is where's this article? It's gone. Hold on. Oh, people with schizzy personalities are more likely to share bullshit on the internet. Yes, they didn't use my term for it. However, it is what it is. Sorry, my hair's Musk's new anti-woke comedy bombs. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a pretty strange place. I agree. Some people are out there, but whatever. Turmoil at the Daily Beast as staffers are heading for the exit, and they can't go too soon. Let them go. Be gone. There's no money there. They can't afford to pay their staffers. Um, I'm going to get to that, Susan. Just give me a few minutes. We'll get to the debate. We talked a little bit about it this morning, and you guys can certainly tell me who you think won. No political posturing. I just want to hear yes or no. Who did you think won? Give me a T or an Obama. I mean a president. No, I meant vice president. No, I meant president. I don't know what I mean. Any rate, Wall Street is calm. That says a closer look is worth a look. Trust me, those guys who run the stock market, they always win. It's like gambling. The house never loses. Ask Martha Stewart about that. Obama advisors draw the knives out, and a depressed slave robot hurls itself down the stairs. So that's, I'm sure that's what happened. I don't know about you people, but I call BS on that. It's a stupid robot. It has as much intellect as this scalpel. And I tell you, it's all poop. No. Anyhow, so much for my Mel Brooks. Today is Mel Brooks' 99th birthday, people. I had to go through that little skit for you. It's 4:09, and I'm going to wrap up the news pretty soon. Hollywood celebrities are bailing on Joe, it says. So if you want to find out what's what, listen to the news after 5 o'clock today, or the 5 o'clock news, because if there's a bigger than normal outrage planned, they'll do it after 5, where everybody's heading to the beach here and getting ready for the week off. Let's see. So again, Susan, as far as the debate last night, tell me what you thought. I know what most of my friends think about who they're going to vote for. So, like I said this morning, anybody with the IQ of Shoehorn out there has an opinion on who they want to vote. A lot of people are afraid to talk to pollers, whether they're right wing or left wing. They just don't want to talk to people and tell them what they think. In some cases, they're afraid of getting attacked by mad guys in red hats. In some cases, they're afraid of being attacked by a bunch of screeching wombats who are, God only knows what they'll be protesting today. But you got those folks who are out there, and that's not the normal Democrat either. So, don't follow the, okay, we got a one for Donald Trump. We got a happy birthday for Mel Brooks. How about this? Would any of you guys have voted for Mel Brooks for president, say 10, 15 years ago, when he was about the age of our two nominees? I don't know. I would. I think just putting together a movie like Blazing Saddles puts him into the genius category, and I say he can't do any worse than what we have going on. In fairness, it's not to blame the person that's elected president. Everybody, my opinion, and nobody will get pissed at me, I will tell you this. It's not the president that matters. It's the Congress. They're in there forever. Unless you get term limits in, this BS will never stop. So if you look at every problem we've had the past 50 years of politicians, that's the problem, folks. They can all get elected. I'm old enough to tell you I voted right and left. And at the end of the day, most of them who get elected get about a third of what they want to get done. But they'll find out there's people on the bottom. Do we have an independent? I don't see how it can happen. Hello. Hey, Tom. I don't know. if we can look at what's happening to Robert Kennedy right now. He's a good, dignified guy. Whether you're a Republican or Democrat, you're throwing stones at that guy. He is as middle of the road and decent guy as you can get. 5,000-year-old man. You're right. We're going to have like the Mummy running the show before long. So that's my thing. It seems like everybody's seen the debate, knows what they thought. It was a mess. It was a sad thing. I don't really like seeing our president getting slammed in spite of him. Whatever we say amongst ourselves as Americans, this shit's going all around the world. People making fun of our country and the president. And that's really bad, whether you like him or not. That's bad for the office. It's bad for the country. And it's really bad for the country because most people have forgotten what a bunch of great rules they have to live their life by. And if they look at the Constitution, if they really keep an open mind and say, well, this is why it was written this way, they get why it's worked so long. Is it perfect? No. But I'll tell you what, you want to make it perfect? No more. You get 3 terms if you're a congressman. Excuse me. 3 if you're a congressman, 2 if you're a senator. Because I think the penchant to steal in the Senate, it's a lot easier. They have different rules. And I say, it's enough is enough. There's nobody else who's been in office. Presidents, they come and go every 8 years at most. And the bottom line is, I say, throw them out. So enough of this political balderdash. I'm going to see if there's any other fun things in the news. Let's see. Zelensky says he's planning a plan to end the war with Russia. Good. Cheap restaurants are thriving amid mass nationwide closings. That's kind of good news because eating is expensive right now. And let's see what's Texas Roadhouse and Longhorn are both offering a steak, potatoes, and veggies for $20 to $25. That's pretty good. If you like steak, good eating meat, Olive Garden is putting up its prices. McDonald's has a $5 value meal. See, that's good. That will get people into restaurants, people. It's incredibly tough to be a restaurant owner. And I hate going to chains anyway. So very rarely do I want to go to one of those places because as expensive as steak is, I can still make it better at home. It's funny. I have 2 of my friends who are calling me. And I'm calling them by accident, but Rick's here. My other Rick friend just called me. I had 2 friends, interestingly enough. So we're going to take a quick break. Enough all this balderdash. We're going to have Kayden come on, and we're going to play some music. And we're going to talk about whatever you want to. Hopefully it'll be Kate. I have a mad mouse back here. See what happens with this thing. I am using a different one. Hold on a minute. Oh my God, it's killing me. It's going in different directions. All right, peeps. We'll be right back in a minute.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve, Fridays on the East Coast.
There's some changes headed, like the Gulf Stream rising, like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been opened in the restless shade. Poor man sagging cigarette takes the subway alone. Rich man folding old regret steps on the rundown below.
I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon. All right. Hey, what's happening, Irish? You sexy animal. Yeah, man. Gang's all here. I see some great concert tickets. Yeah, we can complain about that. And blame the artist to some degree, or blame their accountants. But you know what? Entertainment's expensive. And I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I think like Bruce Springsteen charging $1,000 or whatever, $2,000. I think that's a little ridiculous. But if you're willing to pay for it, go pay for it. I've seen Bruce when he kicked ass, $10, $8, and I'll see him again, but not at that price. Maybe my neighbor, his former manager, can hint there, Tinker. Yeah. So I'm going to have our friend Kayden on, and we're going to just talk about the why, what, where, when, and how. Young man who's a singer, songwriter, and producer. Here he is, folks, without any further ado. Hello, hang on. Let me get you equalized here.
I
This is crazy.
look very small. There we go.
How are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I have no complaints. Beautiful weather here. Tell us, where are you calling from?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Oh, you're in Massachusetts. I thought you were down south somewhere. That's cool. What part of Massachusetts?
I am in a small town called Winchendon, which is about an hour from like Worcester and Boston.
Okay, that's cool. I went to school in the Berkshires, so I know Pittsfield and that whole western Massachusetts, Stockbridge, 7, all that area very well. Great place. Really beautiful up there. Hey, can you lower your camera just a tad so I see less of your ceiling and more of you? That'd be great.
There we go.
Now
Is that better?
Much better, yeah. So tell me, when did you start playing and writing music?
So I started doing the writing component. I do a lot of different things. I started doing songwriting about, 2 years ago. I have been in the industry, however, the music industry for the last like 5-6 years. But for the songwriting piece of what I do is I started around 2 years ago.
Okay. And tell me, when you first started playing, what did you start playing on, and how were you brought to it? What was the first musical training you had, and that kind of thing?
So in regards to that, I'm still kind of, learning every day on that. I kind of just started, coming to people, and I actually had one person I went to 2 years ago. Her name's Amory Percerno. And so we kind of just sat there, and I'm like, I have ideas, but how do we like put the chords and all that kind of stuff together? And so I've had a lot of people that are teaching me still. Hi, Tia, on that kind of stuff. And so I've gathered with Bob McGilpin. He's done a couple of my songs now. And so him and he's my producer, and he's kind of written, recorded and produced some of the stuff that I'm assuming you guys are going to be playing today.
Yeah, cool, great. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and play something. And let me bring up the first tune I have for you. There it is. Okay.
Which one do you have first?
Oh, I have Overcomer. Hold on, I didn't mean to start it that quick.
Okay, Overcomer. I'll tell you a little bit about that one. That one's my recent one that we did with Brooke Nicole. Brooke has such an incredible voice. That song was written to overcome anything that you have that it might be stopping you in your life, whether that be like a medical thing, whatever it may be, that you feel like you just want to give up in life. You got to overcome it. And Brooke absolutely killed it with those vocals. And Sisters J, Lily, and Elizabeth Jackson did the backing vocals on that one. And Bob McGilpin was the producer on that one. So I hope you guys like it. We had a lot of fun writing and putting it all together.
And is she also someone that you have worked with like at other projects and that, or is
this
she
is
somebody...
the first time I've done anything with her? So
okay, well, let me let's get this up here, share. And all right, everybody, this is Overcomer by Kayden Gordon. Oh, nope, I don't want to do that. Hang on, folks. There we go. All these knobs, configurations. There we go. We're off to the races, folks. Kayden Gordon for you guys.
Sitting here again tonight, thinking it's all gonna fall apart.
Sorry.
I don't know what to fight in this battle that's breaking my heart. So now I'm running in circles, trying to see what's coming next, when a thought in my mind says I need you right now. Jesus, I've needed you before to overcome so many things. Jesus, just like before, I need you to come through once more. Nothing can stop me when I become the overcomer you've made me to be. Facing the windiest storms, climbing mountains higher than high. Through almost falling, I've learned to fly. With faith in my heart, learn to face my fears through every doubt. Face them all, he wouldn't let me fall. Jesus, I've needed you before to overcome so many things. Jesus, just like before, I need you to come through once more. Nothing can stop me when I become the overcomer you made me to be. The overcomer. Nothing can stop me when I become the overcomer.
Alrighty. Let's get this there. We're going to stop that. Hang on one moment. We're going to bring up something else. All right. And let's go here. Okay. Bear with me 1 second, everybody. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this song before we get it going. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, now we're going to turn this off for a second. Hold on, I'll take that off. Tell me a little bit about this song, if you would, Kayden.
Yeah, absolutely. Blaming Me was actually a completely different approach that I did with Bob McGilpin, which we've done many songs together, and we are going to be continuing doing some stuff together. Blaming Me was originally about like whether it's someone that you're a partner with or a friend with or whatever, you're not always on the same page with somebody, and you're gonna kind of go back and forth and kind of do that bickering. And so that's how Blaming Me came apart.
Sounds like me and my 7 wives I've had.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm kidding. Not that bad. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm just, couldn't help myself. So is this a personal song? Is this about a relationship you've had yourself?
To a certain extent, yes. Everything I write,
Autobiographical?
I try
And
to make it
the lady
positive.
involved I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you were all good. Everything that I try to write is kind of stuff that I've been through or a story that I'm trying to convey.
Gotcha. Tell me about when you were younger. Did you grow up learning any kind of instruments or anybody in your family play that would encourage you?
You know, um, Nobody really was musical in my family necessarily. It was
Mhm.
just I've always had a love for music. I've kind of grown up on country music. We've kind of all like listened to it, but nobody was ever like instruments and stuff like that. I did when I was younger, get a guitar and play it for a while, and then I just stopped. I actually went more, and I still do, went more for
Mhm.
radio. I am a syndicated host called the Kayden Gordon Show Today's Best Country Mix, and that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years. And then I kind of crossed paths again with songwriting and being a musician and singing and stuff like that, which I'm currently working with a vocal coach right now to be able to put out my own
Great.
stuff. So it kind of just came back, but right now I mainly do a lot of the radio and such, and I also do
Mhm.
promotion for artists too, which we'll talk about in a minute, which we plan on getting some of my amazing artists on the show, your show.
Mhm.
And
Love to.
so I'm primarily doing the promotion part, but I kind of got back into songwriting because I was like, one, I wanted to do everything the music industry offered, and two, I've always had a
Right.
passion for it, but just recently I was like, I want to go back to doing it. So,
Yeah. Well, I get it. It's a tough gig making a living, but songwriting is different because you can a lot of people who I know who sell songs who are, working
mhm.
from their house and have that skill. And if you have a good team of people, it's a beautiful thing. Hey, Mike, nice to have you here on the show. One of Sean's friends, I'm guessing. Pleasure to have you here. Everybody
Michael
watching,
Sparger
if you
is
can.
amazing. Michael Sparger is one of my artists. He's a great artist, so check him out.
Hey, Mike, nice to meet you. I will. I look forward to hearing your music. Um, yeah, I'm always open to having good talent on the show and people who work hard at their music. I'm a musician as well, and all I can say is I enjoy what I do. I enjoy playing, and I also enjoy just this started during the COVID period, so you kind of know what it just it evolved. So here I am. I'm still playing music, but I just started the show to talk to my friends and meet some new ones. And it's always good to have somebody who's willing to put advertising out. I like talking to upcoming bands. Of course, I've had artists who are signed and major. And not that everybody's not major, because really y'all get treated the same here on the show. And that's just the bottom line is I have a wide variety of stuff. I hope there's a common denominator, and nice to meet you, Sean. I'll look forward to checking that out. I really do. And as you all know, if you're watching on YouTube or wherever you are, like, share, friend, do whatever that crap is, and I'll do the same. We will set up some keyword stuff and do that so that people come and see you on the show when they're looking for you. It's nice to meet you too, Levi. I look forward to talking to anybody. All you guys are welcome. Just send me a contact request and we'll talk. I've got dates in July and definitely a lot of them in August. So I'll come check out your page and I'll put up a thing on the show for you. I believe I don't really look at the radio competition. There's 9 million of us out here trying to do something. So yeah, it's not taking away anybody who's watching the show. I have people around the world who like it. And like this morning, we had a bunch of our Australian friends came by, which is great because it's so far away. And I've got a couple of friends who play down there and we've had on the show. And there's some amazingly good talent down there. I'm thinking specifically about Doug DeYoung. Instead of that, we're going to go, folks. We're going to play Kayden's song, Blaming Me. So we're going to go listen to that, and then we'll be right back on Live with Neve.
The sun goes down and we're still at it. pointing our fingers and shouting out loud as if all this hurt might be worth it, while you and I just tear our world down. You're blaming me, and I'm blaming you, but neither of us knows just what to do. I'm blaming you, and you're blaming me. Another senseless fight in our history. The battle's won, the battle is lost, are never really worth everything it costs. When I'm losing you, when I'm losing you, the sun comes up and you're still at it, but I can't help myself from jumping in. The same old words, the same old roads, you and I keep going down again. You're blaming me, and I'm blaming you, but neither of us knows just what to do. I'm blaming you, and you're blaming me, another senseless fight in our history. The battle is won, the battle is lost, are never really worth everything it costs. When I'm losing you, when I'm losing you, I never really knew how you made this love look so gosh dang perfect. When you're on the outside looking in, after all this time, after all this searching, I just can't seem to find a way for us to win. You're blaming me, and I'm blaming you, but neither of us knows just what to do. I'm blaming you, and you're blaming me, another senseless fight in our history. The battle is won, the battle is lost, are never really worth everything it costs. When I'm losing you, oh, you blame me for this. When I'm losing you, yeah, I blame you for that. When I'm losing you, oh, too many words. When I'm losing you, and we can't take back. When I'm losing you, oh, I blame you today. When I'm losing you, oh, you blame me tonight. When I'm losing you, oh, we're losing this world. When I'm losing you.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Great job. Great song. Great voice on the singers, and excellent. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the decay. I didn't mean to cut you off. Great tune. Nicely recorded. I have to say, that's a great song. I can hear a different variety of bands playing it. Always a sign of a decent tune. You know, I like it. So, thanks for being on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Send me an email. Have your guys just drop me a personal message in Messenger or whatever. And I'd love to have them on. We'll talk to you again for sure.
Awesome. I look
I
forward
know
to
you have another interview to do today, so we'll keep it short, but excellent. I'd like to hear what else you come up with. And, anytime you've got something going on, let us know. We'll talk about it and see when you get some more stuff out to come back on.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And for all of you guys who just joined in and came by because of Kayden, I appreciate it. Stop by. We're on every Friday at 10 a.m. and 4, and there's 400 episodes. Some famous, some infamous comics, music writers. Our friend Kinky, who just passed away. And we're going to take a break, everybody, and we'll be right back. We're going to be doing a little Kinky Friedman music tribute for you. So stick around and let me get an ad here, and we'll be back. Bam.
They sentenced me to 20 years of boredom for trying to change the system from within. I'm coming now, I'm coming to reward them.
All right. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Let's talk about Kiki Friedman a little bit. I should have another page. Let's see what we got here. We'll do another spot in a minute. So that was Kayden. Good songwriter, young kid. The fact that he doesn't play anything and he wrote a song with half decent lyrics. It's got a good bridge. I think the guy's good. I like him. Any rate, let's see. We're going to talk a little bit about Kinky Friedman. And for those of you who've already heard this morning, I apologize, but I'll try not to tell the same story. We get rid of that. We've had that. We got that. Bear with me a minute, and we don't need that. This is a funny song, and it's funny because it's written by a Jew, and so I think you'll get a laugh out of it. This is one of my favorite songs, how I was introduced to Kinky, and I think you all will get a kick out of it. It's a funny song, and here we go. It's Kinky Friedman and the Texas Jew Boys. All right, and here we go, folks. We're off to the races. Aha! Shit, wrong song up there, people.
And a home for me. And Tom Baker was a friend of mine. Knew him in his Irish fighting prime. He was an actor. Sometimes he directed. Yeah, the Baker man, he was my friend. He stuck with me until the end. It came a little sooner than expected. Resurrection. That's the name of the song, Resurrection. Now that I've been down so long, don't know where I'm going, ain't got no direction. Resurrection, resurrection. And Susie died completely healed, but you gotta play the hand you deal. Susie, I'm so glad you came along. Embraced by light, bathed in tears. She'd been clean for 7 years. But resurrection was the name of the song. I still miss my mom and dad, two best friends I ever had. They were always with me from the start. All the shows in all the towns, all the ups and all the downs. They were walking with me in my heart. Resurrection. That's the name of the song, Resurrection. Now that I've been down so long, don't know where I'm going, ain't got no direction. Resurrection. Resurrection. You might think that I'm too old to be out playing on the road instead of staying home where I belong. You might think that it ain't right to be out driving half the night. No, it ain't right. It ain't even wrong. It's resurrection. That's the name of the song, Resurrection. Now that I've been down so long, I don't know where I'm going, Ain't got no direction. Resurrection. Resurrection. What's in my heart is in my soul, is in a day-old donut hole, eating mine off duty cop in San Francisco. Nights are getting colder, but there's an angel on my shoulder. Somehow she always gets me to the next show. Resurrection, resurrection, that's the name of the song. Resurrection, resurrection. I've been down so long, don't know where I'm going, ain't got no direction. Resurrection, resurrection, resurrection. Do you know the record man? Resurrection, you can make it, baby. Resurrection, we're with you, sonny boy. Resurrection, we're all in this together. Resurrection, resurrection.
All right, how about that, people? Willie Nelson and Kinky Friedman, Resurrection. Thank you, Levi. I'm going to give that a listen when we wrap up today. I really thank you for sending that. I'll definitely listen to it, and send me your info too. I'd love to have you on and play some music of yours, and we'll have a good time. Let's see. I have a few more kinky tunes, and because it's his day of passing, rather than me sitting up here and jawboning, everybody who's an advertiser has been played, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to listen to some Kinky Friedman, and, you know, I'm going to tell you a funny story. I was one of the first podcasts he ever did, and it went completely to shit. And it felt really bad at the time. And somewhere I have a recording when Kinky called me, and he knew I was feeling bad about the way it went. I was all excited to do it. And, you know, it's kind of funny. I was so nervous doing the show because I really loved Kinky for a long time. And when I had him on and all this hell broke loose and I had to run upstairs to plug in the cable again, and it was pandemonium. But I kind of like the fact that I'll find the show and play it. I might play it later tonight, or and I might just do a show about him and have his manager come and call in. We can, you know, it's a little too soon, but there's a million kinky stories that are great. They're funny, and they're really, they're for the most part true. And I've given up on drinking Mexican mouthwash and the things that Kinky used to enjoy so much. And I'll just tell you, Kinky hadn't been drinking and smoking for quite a while, but he still liked to have a couple of shots or something once, you know, but it's bad for his health as it is for everybody. But by all the way, I would say definitely, you know, go ahead and give it a listen. I'm going to play you a song that when this came out, it was just, no, this is the first song I ever heard Kinky play. So I think you'll like it. It's a little dated, but it's hilarious because nobody's going to notice this, but notice Kinky's guitar. Tell me what's a little weird about it. All right, I'm going to bring this on in just a second. Stop screen. Now present. Share screen. And I think you'll get a kick out of this. This is pretty funny.
Well, a redneck nerd in a bowling shirt was a guzzling Lone Star beer, talking religion and politics for all the world to hear. They ought to send you back to Russia, boy, or New York City one. You just want to doodle a Christian girl and you kill God's only son. I said, has it occurred to you, you nerd, that that's not very nice? We Jews believe it was Santa Claus that killed Jesus Christ. You know you don't look Jewish, he said, near as I could figure. I had you lamp for a slightly anemic, well-dressed country nigger. Oh, they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. They don't turn the other cheek the way we've done before. He started in to shout and spitting on the floor. Lord, they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. said, I ain't a racist, but Aristotle Onassis is one Greek we don't need. And the niggers, Jews, and Sigma News, all they ever do is breed. And wops and mix and slopes and spicks and spooks are on the list. And there's one little lead from the heart of Texas. Is there anyone I missed? Well, I hits him with everything I had right square between the eyes. Says, I'm gonna get you, son of a bitch, you spout that pack of lies. There's one thing I can't abide, it's an ethnocentric racist. Now you take back that thing you said about Aristotle Onassis. They ain't choose like Jesus said anymore. We don't turn the other cheek the way we've done before. You can hear that honky holler as he hit that hardwood floor. Lord, we ain't making Jews like Jesus said anymore. Wichita. They ain't making Jews like Jesus said anymore. They ain't making carpenters who know what nails are for. Well, the whole damn place was singing as I strolled right out the door. Ron. They ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore.
How about a pig? Pretty funny song, huh? There you go. All right. So really, we got time for one more. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe we can find one more. Yeah, here we go. You'll like
I'm not going to be talking much about politics tonight. I've decided not to. I will just tell you this.
This is called an Arsenal.
At this point, I think I'm for Bernie.
That was dedicated to playing no cable. Yeah, man. You are kidding,
because
Sean.
I want to see it.
Listen, remember my show has an R rating, so there is some stigma associated.
And you know something, folks? If Bernie wins, I think it'll be the first time that a Jewish family ever moved into a place where a black family had just moved out.
Stinky song about an arsehole from El Paso. I don't know if that's autobiographical or not. He's great fun. I'm gonna.
I used to drink Guinness on stage all the time. I stopped doing it. Guinness is the drink that kept the Irish from taking over the world.
It's almost like watching Andy Kaufman.
So now I drink Mexican mouthwash, and we have our own tequila company in Texas called Man in Black, Kinky Freeman's Man in Black Tequila. We like to say, this is not your father's tequila. This is your grandfather's gardener's tequila.
I'll let Kinky do the talking.
And I call it the Barry Manilow drink because it makes you feel good for a short period of time. Basically, that's what it's for.
You wake up in jail.
Now, anybody wants to try some Mexican mouthwash tonight, I recommend drink it cowboy style, the way we do it in Texas. You lay out a line of salt, then you snort the salt. Then you take a slice of lime and you squeeze it in your own eye. Then you kill the shot. And then my favorite Texas toast, here's to honor. Get honor and stay honor. Here is one going out to Bud this evening. This is a real Texas song. Political correctness is, I was telling this guy, Richard Pryor would be a homeless person if he were just coming up today, trying to make a career for himself. So political correctness has pretty well invaded the whole culture. And we used to call Mexicans greasers, you know, and now we call them lubricanos. All right, Bud, let's do that. We don't have no love-ins in El Paso. We don't go to porno picture shows. We don't swap our wives with our neighbors. And we keep our kids away from Mexico. And I'm proud to be an asshole from El Paso. I like it here, place where sweet young virgins are deflowered. Be my friend. You walk down the street knee deep in tacos, tacos, and the wetbacks still get 20 cents an hour. We don't wipe our asses on Old Glory. God and Lone Star beer are things we trust. We keep our women virgins till they're married. So a hosing sheep is good enough for us. Ain't it, Mama? Let me tell you that. And I'm proud to be an asshole from El Paso. I like it here, place where sweet young virgins are deflowered. There's a bird on my back. You walk down the street knee deep in enchiladas, and the wetbacks still get 20 cents an hour. Them old wetbacks still get 20 cents an hour.
All right, everybody. It's been a pleasure having you on. It's nice to meet you guys from Texas. It's always a pleasure. I look forward to being down there and eating some good barbecue with y'all. And all I can say is it's the weekend. Have some fun. Be kind if you can. If you can't, try not to say too much. And I don't know what to tell you, man. It's a tough world out there. Try to add a little brightness to it, all right? Thank you for watching. I'll be out of here, and we'll see you next week. And nice to meet you guys from Tennessee. I love you all. Anybody who watches the show, stop by, check out the page, like it if you can. And if you send me your info, I'll do the same back. We really do appreciate everybody watching, and thank you very much. This is our new house band. Will be joining us in a few months. I got to find them. Here they are. They're from Zaire or Lesotho, I think. And here we go. Kilimanjaro.